And we continue our coverage of today's expected severe weather, and we actually want to bring in Tina Hoffman, who is the Vice President of Corporate Communications and Public Affairs for MidAmerican Energy. Good morning, Tina. Can you hear me?
I can. Good morning.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for getting up so early and joining us. So, Tina, the first question I'll ask you is, how is MidAmerican preparing for these storms?
Yes, well, thanks for having us. As Andrew said, we're watching the same weather pattern that you all are talking about, and so we are up early this morning and have been preparing for a couple of days. Of course, the weather changes, and so we're looking just like you are at how the storms continue to stay together, what their path is, what we're seeing with those storms. And so already this morning we've had a couple of updates, but essentially we're preparing our crews to be stationed in the areas where we expect the weather to be hitting. And in addition to our line crews and our gas crews that may even be called into action, we also have tree crews. So oftentimes with the sorts of wind that we're talking about, the damage from trees and debris can be the first thing that really has to be handled before we can get in and restore power if that goes out. And so we're making sure that we have all of those resources available, that we have them available throughout the day, and particularly the times when we expect those storms to hit in certain areas. And just like we were talking about, MidAmerican serves a big portion of the state of Iowa, and so we're preparing from the west side of the state to the east side of the state, and we've got everybody ready to go, all hands on deck today.
No, absolutely. Definitely a high alert day. And Tina, you were talking about the resources and the crews that you were preparing. Just how many crews do you plan on having out on the roads?
Well, that is, that's the good news. We have our own crews that are available to us that we're, preparing in different areas of the state. And in addition to that, we have crews from contractors that we can bring in as well to supplement the work that we're doing, and even draw from other areas if that becomes something that we need. So right now we'll just keep watching and tracking that storm and really getting into the areas after storms move through if we have damage and restorations to make. So we'll just be going along with the storm today and hopefully be able to get in safely and quickly to restore service if that becomes necessary today.
Yes, right. And an unfortunate thing that comes with storms is, of course, power outages. So how can people prepare for a power outage?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, something that everybody can do already this morning, or maybe they already have done, is go to MidAmericanEnergy.com and sign up for outage alerts. You can go into your account section and you can make sure that your email address is in there or your phone number so that you can receive text messages. And that's one thing that you can do so that you can stay up to date if there are outages. You also can report outages just on the website if you happen to be in the middle of that. Of course, we're going to be watching this very carefully like we always are, but it never hurts to report that outage just to make sure that we know that your particular residence or business is out if that happens. We also have social media channels where you can go and do those sorts of things as well. So lots of ways to talk to us. And then another way to stay updated is to check out that outage map on MidAmericanEnergy.com, and that will show you kind of as crews are dispatched to the area. We try to keep that information up to date as much as possible with the latest and greatest, how many crews are in the area, what's our time of restoration, if we're able to talk about that. I mean, oftentimes if there's lots of damage, we've got to get those trees and the debris removed and make the area safe for our crews to get in. So we do our best to keep that information updated so that folks are aware of what's going on.
Yes, no, absolutely. And what should people do once their power is out?
Well, again, like I said, they certainly can report that outage online. That's the quickest and easiest way to do that. Or you can go to our social media channels and send us a direct message. Or you can check the outage map and see if it looks like your area has already been reported. If we can see that the area has outages, And then you can expect that MidAmerican crews are going to be responding to that as soon as it's safe to do so, and working around the clock to make sure that we get power restored if it goes out.
Perfect. Well, it's Tina Hoffman with MidAmerican Energy. Tina, we want to thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
All
Stay
righty.
safe.
Thank you so much. You too.